Hey everyone, this is Mike. Welcome back to Miskatonic U Investigations. Today we're going to talk about alien abductions, um, close encounters of the fourth kind. We know Close Encounters of the Third Kind, that movie several decades in the 70s, which is some kind of contact between aliens and people. The fourth kind is actually abductions, where people are abducted against their will in most cases. Sometimes people want to be abducted, sometimes people want to make contact with aliens. I know in the 50s and 60s there was the so-called contactees, where they believed that they were contacted and told secret knowledge. But the more recent is that most people are abducted against their will, but there are some people who really want to make contact with aliens and would like to be abducted, but not held unconscious or frozen. They want to be able to speak and kind of make more reasoned, conscious contact. But the overwhelming majority of abduction cases are involuntary. I would argue that probably all of them are. The desire and will to be abducted, wanting to be, so you can communicate with aliens and say, hey, let's have a dialogue. I don't know how often that happens, if at all, but we do know that there are people who are abducted or claim to be abducted. And again, I did an earlier video in New York where this happens. People are abducted, even in New York City, even in big cities around the world. It's not just out in the rural or countryside. And what seems to be happening is people are abducted for some kind of scientific experiment. We're not exactly sure why people are targeted. Is it random? Is there some genetic reason why this is happening? But we do know that it happens, and it's quite disturbing. People have nightmares. People feel if there may be some medical or physical issues that arise from this contact, radiation or some other issue. And again, it does happen, or it's reported to have happened. So, and again, in New York, we're not immune from this. So this is, I'm not going to say it's common, but it happens more often, or it's reported to happen more often than we realize. This whole alien-human contact or Earth contact is quite prevalent. Even things like with animals, like cattle mutilation and impact with the ground, like those so-called crop circles, right? So there seems to be some kind of interaction with these aliens and Earth and the beings and creatures on Earth, from humans to animals to nature. Now, sometimes this happens over many years. It happens starting when a person's a child and continue into old age. Sometimes it happens in families. There may be brothers and sisters or twins. Sometimes it happens when a person's younger and there's a big gap, so maybe they're monitoring a time period or growth or for whatever reason. Sometimes in the abductions they take genetic material, that's the report. Sometimes they take sperm and ovaries, or they try to create a human alien hybrid. We're not really sure. Again, these are reports. But regardless, it is very frightening and upsetting, and results in nightmares, and it has a real impact on a person's life and their ability to be functional to some extent, to have relationships and to do what they need to do. So if this is something that you know about or are experiencing, or you know someone who is, just send me a DM, just message me, and I'll be more than happy to help you deal with whatever's going on. And share your story, and I'll be happy to investigate and talk to you about it. Right. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.